Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully. Um, Let me turn. Why is the microphone every time? Why does it do that? Okay. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I had problems when I just tried to go live. The Twitch key said it wasn't there. It's like, yeah, it is. So hopefully you can hear me. Chris, thank you. Thank you very much. 82 months. Amazing. God, we've known each other a long time. That's crazy. Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. A lot, a lot. Anyway, I I honestly thought I was going to be late, so with having I'm having plumbing problems with the downstairs, my downstairs bathroom, and so I apologize if I look like shit, because it's it's just the bathroom and it's just horrid. So I've done my makeup real fast, and I feel like I haven't finished it. So apologies if I look like shit, but it's what we're working with. As for, I think it's the pipes. I think that there's something. It was fine Friday, and yesterday it's just like it's backing up, I guess. Thankfully the toilet hasn't like overflown, but it's coming up through my shower, if that makes sense. So, yay. Anyway, Um, so I thought I was going to be late, but it looks like I think I've got everything done. And hopefully I'm here. Hang on, where's my where is it?
Yes, I'm here.
Pretty much. But the main thing is
Coffee is my blood.
I haven't done that one for a while. Anyway, hello chat room. Hi Chris, thank you for being here. If you have to go early, completely understand. I know Zaya's away at the moment. Um, I'm hopefully it's not gonna be a long show today. I don't think so. I did a fairly long show last week because of what we were chatting about and all of that. So my thought is not to have a massively long show today. Um, so we'll see how it goes. I don't think there's a huge amount to go over, really challenger wise. I mean, so so we'll see. Midsummer has just finished, so Midsummer's done. Um, Yeah, I didn't. So cranky. I didn't get as much done in Midsummer, and I ended up with like 284 blossoms. and it wasn't enough to get a piece, and I just couldn't. Like, between doing that, doing the um goblin, doing some mount runs, like there's just, can we stop having 50 million freaking things to do in the game all at one time? It's just like, back off. Just just let me have one thing that I can possibly do for a month when I've got time. Admittedly, I have only been logging into WoW maybe for a few hours once a week. And like I spoke last week, I think this is the problem. I'm not getting the normal amount of play time that I'm used to. So I feel like I'm just constantly chasing my tail. I I'm not catching up. I'm just going round and round in circles. And Blizzard just keeps going, here's more, here's more, here's more. Which is fantastic for those people that do have the time, but for those of us that have not had the time, I feel like I'm chasing my tail. And I hate that feeling. I truly, truly hate that feeling. Need to win the lotto, please. Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Zep. Hi. Hi, Zep. Thanks for being here too. Thank you both. Like, again, it's, I appreciate you guys just coming to hang out for a little bit. Alright, what's the time? Oh, I won't start too early. I think I've got all the bits and pieces. I think we've got that. Um, hope everyone's having a good day. Well, I get to come and talk to you guys for a little bit, so that's always exciting. Then we don't talk about editing. That is what it is. Um, and then hopefully I might get some playtime later, which Darkmoon Faire starts for me this afternoon. So I need to do some of that, and I need to be running some more raids and dungeons. 'Cause my luck with that on Leeta has been shit. I ran two. I ran 5 raids yesterday. Some Cutter, Mop, and Wrath. Ones, nothing for me. Admittedly, I've only done it on Leeta, because again, having time, I just don't have time to run alts, like to run multiple alts at the moment. So yeah, I was like, excellent, fantastic. So, buff what buff? I feel like it's a bit of a uh, middle finger. No new mounts yet. I must admit I have picked up some transmog stuff, which is great, but I also would have liked, especially, oh my god, before I start the show, I did Dragon Soul. I did Spine by myself for the first time ever that I got through it. It was a mess. It was not pretty, but I did it. And all I kept thinking is, please just let the Blazing Drake drop. please, 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 I don't want to have to do this again because it's probably the one and only time I managed to get through doing spine by myself, and it didn't. And I just was like, mm, spine is so much easier now. I don't know when they changed it, but it's much better. I have struggled. I look, back in the day, if there was any time you had to move during raiding, I would always end up dead. One, I'm not fast at moving, and two, I would always move the wrong way. Like if you've got two ways to go and you're like, I will move to my left, the next thing I'll then get hit to the left and die. Or I'd fall off something. It's like so, me trying to do spine, and I've tried over the years multiple times. I've also had it where others have taken me in and just said, die, just die, and I'll do spine, and then I'll res you when we finish spine. Because I'm, I'm just, it is what it is. So, but yeah, I was just like, it would have been the icing on the cake if I had have got that mount, because I would have thought I don't need to go to get Blazing Drake. It was awful, yeah. I haven't run it in ages because I always had it by myself, but at least now you only need one blood thing to empower the other mob instead of nine. Oh, I didn't know that. I just. Okay, thanks, Seb. I just kept like running round and round and round and round until I saw one of them had nine, and then because I didn't realize it. I just stand in the pool of fire. If you, it shouldn't throw you off. Okay, I will. I was still doing nine. Thank you, Chris. You wanted me one. Yeah, thank you. All right, look, let me start the show. Thank you very much for the information. Obviously, I've not been paying attention because life. And that's the thing. We found out last night that there was a skip in. What did Execute say? There was a skip in Siege. I, I don't know when that came in. Anyway, um, there's lots of things I don't know, even though I've played this game for a very long time. That's all I'm gonna say. I blame. Um, who do I blame? I don't know who I blame. But anyway, let's start the show. Otherwise, I could just stay here and be chatting the whole time, and we don't end up talking about WoW challenges at all, which is which is doable. Um, which is totally doable. But anyway, let, let's let's start the show, and I'll read your comments in a sec. So, thank you. All right, where's my intro? Let me remember what I'm doing. I'm just blown away by that. I can't believe it. Sorry. My brain's not with it. Let's just roll the intro. Three, two, one.
Whatever it is you enjoy about the World of Warcraft, we have a challenge for you.
Adventure.
Crafting.
Murder.
Flowers.
This is the WoW Challenges podcast. And here's your host, Leeta.
Hello, and welcome to the WoW Challenges podcast. I'm your host, Leeta. This is episode 380. I know. When did we get to that? crazy. It's Saturday, July 5th, 2025. Or if you're here in Aussie land or any part of the world that is ahead of the US. Basically, ahead of that. We are on Sunday, the 6th of July, which is crazy. Guys, we're in July. We're over half of the year is done. Yeah. It's so yeah, so how is everybody? Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for being here. Chris and Zep are in the chat. Thank you. I'm not sure who else is here. Let me just have a quick little look see if I see anyone else. But thank you guys, guys and girls. Dee's here. Hi Dee. Hi. So thank you very much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate that. It's always, I know we don't have a massive community compared to obviously a lot of other gaming communities, but he's waving. Hi. But those of you that find the time to come along and just hang out, especially for the live shows, thank you so much. It it one, it warms my heart. Two, just to say thank you, and three, I appreciate you all for doing that. So thank you very much. Because again, there's our lives are so busy. There's certainly, you know, there's other things people could be doing. So thank you very much for hanging out with me for a little bit today in your day. So thank you. So just a quick update from last week. Thank you again for hanging out with me. We did have a longer show last week. I now am jobless, so I have finished up, and yeah, it's a little bit surreal. I think it'll probably kick in once the effect, because I feel like I've just gone on holidays or vacation, as you guys would say. Hey, Mrs. Raku. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Last week was the extra that I threw in because the week before I was sick, Mrs. Raku. So this week is like the normal, the normal. But yeah, I made up for last week because the week before I was sick, and I was like, no, there's too much going on. I figured I'd do that this time round. So yeah, so I feel like I'm on holidays at the moment, and I think that that will hit me a bit more coming up. Um, so we'll see. I've got some thoughts of actually taking a little bit of time away to have a holiday. So I'll see how that goes. And I've got some things in the work for some job related, um, a company that helps people who are made redundant. Uh, like they help people to write a new resume and to help with setting up profiles and things like that. So that I got from my work. That was part of the package that I was given with the redundancy, which is fantastic. So I spoke to them on Friday. They called me and I said, yes, I definitely want to take part of that. It's like a 2 month, I don't know what you call it, like a consultancy training kind of thing where they help you. So so I said yes, I'm totally on board with doing that. I'll have a like a one-on-one with a counselor, coach, whatever you want to call them, who can help me put together and establish things that I will look for with looking for work. Because again, I can't retire. I'm too young to retire, and with the redundancy, as much as it was a good redundancy, it's not enough to live on until I do get to retirement, if that makes sense. So yeah, I just said, just give me some time, give me about a month, I think, so I can have a break and have a holiday, and then I'll be back into it. So I figured I'd wait until probably after my birthday next month, and that way I can start to, you know, start to kind of figure out what do I want to do. So I've got some options. I've told my boss, well, my old boss, that I've got some online ideas that we can go down if we find that we're not getting what we want. They all might involve things that, you know, some people might think that is interesting, but yeah, I keep joking to her. I said, "Don't worry about it. We've got options." So we'll see, but yeah. So that's been what I've been up to. We had a lovely lunch, and for our last day, the team went out to lunch at a very one of Brisbane's famous steak restaurants, and we had a lovely time, and the meal was great. All the meals were great, and so that was really, really good to be with that. And I'm very lucky that the bunch of ladies that I've worked with for the last, most of them for the last 4 years, we're all fairly close. So I don't see our unit from going from workmates, I think, is definitely transitioning into okay, where we are now friends, not just workmates. We are friends, and we will definitely be keeping in contact and having regular um, ladies at lunch is what one of them is going to be calling it. Ladies at lunch. So so yeah, so that's what I've been doing pretty muchly at the moment. So we'll see where that goes. And yeah, that's it. But it's been a little bit full on for this year, last year. So maybe I can take some time and actually play. Which would be good, and to maybe do a bit more stuff on the website and whatnot. But speaking of the website, so I've got a couple of congratulations to start off with. So we had two new max levels in the last few days. So congratulations to Sleek for becoming our 40th The War Within Iron Man Challenge champion. So I've already contacted Sleek. He's already sent me the write-up. So that will get done later today. And apologies on me saying things like that and then I forget. So just expect it in the next few days. And also a huge congratulations to Azzy, got a max level pacifist. So Asycow has become our 12th the War Within Pacifist Challenge champion. And I sent um Azzy his write up, and I think I've just received that back this morning. So that's very exciting. In the state of the challenges, there was a two other 80s that you'll see. One of them was red flagged because they died. So I'm wondering if they must have died. I'd actually like to know the story. Nobody, I don't think, has come up and said that that was their tune, but they're red flagged at 80. They hit 80, they've died. Like something's happened and red flagged due to a death. So whether they've just hit 80 and died, like it's all happened at once. Um, but yeah, it came up on the state of the challenges. So, but as red flag, so there's definitely been a death. So I'm not sure about that. And then there was another pacifist before Asycow that was yellow flagged. And obviously, in particular, yellow flags, we don't do write-ups for anyone who hasn't done a clean run. So, um, so as much as yay, I think there was like one kill, one killing blow, one kill, something like that. But because it wasn't a clean run, and the person reached out to ask me about it, which was, fair enough. They were like, it wasn't, I'm yellow flagged. What does that mean? So I told them and I said, for the state of the challenges, to be recognized on the state of the challenges, as in the champions, it's got to be a clean run, and a yellow flag is not a clean run. So they said, okay, got it, not a problem. So something happened. They misclicked. What did they say? And again, I know I've done it myself, where you've gone to just go, oh, look at that cute little rabbit, and you've right clicked it instead of left clicked it and killed it. And on a pacifist, you can't do that. So as soon as that happens, you're flagged. So they said, okay, got it, completely understand that, that's I'm going again. So as far as I know, they were off to do it again. Yeah, Mrs. Rugger, exactly. I think to some degree we've all done that at some stage. In particular, I mean, it's worse on a pacifist. It doesn't matter too much on your other tunes, but on a pacifist that needs to have no kills, no killing blows, no kills, because as soon as you get one, you're yellow flagged. And then if you get more than five, it's red flagged or whatever the thing is. But as soon as it becomes that you've done something, and I know you guys are probably similar to me, that even on an iron, as soon as if I've done something and I know I've flagged myself, back in the day when we couldn't have, remember when we couldn't have talents and we couldn't have this, that, and the other, and you've gone along and you've accidentally clicked something, and then that's brought up and gone, oh, you can now choose your talent, and you're like, no, 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 that's not what I wanted to do. I remember doing that, and I went, I'm not worried if this flags me, I'm not taking the chance. So I stripped the tune, deleted the tune, and went and made a new tune because there was no way in my to have a clear conscience to say, oh well, I I might have clicked that I was having talents, but I didn't actually add anything to the talents. Like back in the day, it was no, you don't even click it. So as soon as I'd clicked it, that was me going, nope, nope, that tune's done, start again. So obviously it's a little bit different nowadays because we can have all that stuff the way that Blizzard's made the game, but it's still you wanna, to me, and I can't speak for everyone obviously, but to me, I couldn't claim in in good conscience knowing if I'd done something to that tune that may have given it a little bit of a boost, whether it was intentional or not. I couldn't. Mm. It's the same with obviously like zone wide buffs. There's nothing we can do about that. But if someone comes along and throws a buff on you, you right click as soon as you realize that that's the case, take it off. Or if a world event puts a buff on you that you can right click and remove it, well then you should be utilizing that. But again, the game today of what WoW is completely different to the game of when we start, when WoW challenges started a long, long time ago. Long, long time ago. I can still remember. It is a very different game. So yeah. So again, just letting you know, congratulations to Sleek and to Asycow. Write-ups will be getting done, and again, it's always intriguing and interesting to read people's journeys. Some people don't give me a lot of information. It's could be very basically broken down, and then some others will have got, a whole story, and it feels like a novel, which again, everyone's different to their interpretation of giving information for their writer, which again is great. I appreciate any information. It means I don't have to do a basic post, which is very, very basic, basically. All right. The other thing I wanted to make note of for you all, Darkmoon Faire starts this afternoon for me. Starts at 5 p.m. Brisbane time. So whatever that is in 8 hours, just under 8 hours. So yeah, Darkmoon Faire, always a good time. If you need to make a new tune, etc., always good. Obviously, doesn't work with bloods. Never will. Never has been able to. But, for a new pacifist, for an iron, your greens, your working man, all of that. A great time to start a new tune. Yay! Alright. Now, what did I want to talk about? Let me swap over to here. Okay. So for some of the new things, where are we? I just jumped onto Wowhead, and obviously we can see there's a lot of stuff that's going in at the moment. There's a lot of information, and I just figured that I'd just throw up. Blizzard has stuff on their website, which is great, but I know for me, my tried and true of always going to Wowhead to find out information. There's a lot going on. We know with a greedy emissary is live and the collector's bounty is live currently. Midsummer has just finished. We've got Darkmoon Faire starting this afternoon or tomorrow, early tomorrow morning for a lot of you. Um, so we've got all of those things to look forward to. So again, it's always good to check the information out. I thought there was something. Why is my page being stupid? Not the one on the live, just the one. Why? Later. Why is your page being stupid? Because it is. Because the stupid stop seeing the ad. Okay, I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not my net. Something's being a bit stupid. But Wowhead is... Let me just shut that down, because that's being a pain in the neck. Like, it's okay on here, on the live stream one. But the one that I just had for me was being a bit weird. The other thing that I did find was... Now, where did I find it? Did I not put it in? I'm not going to touch it just in case. I'll put the link in chat. But there was, and I haven't checked this out, but I was just reading about it this morning, and I was like, hot damn. Obviously, this is just for your account, not like for me. I don't go chasing mounts and stuff on a challenge tune. But if you're someone who plays challenge tunes, also likes to be a bit of a completionist for a lot of things, or likes collecting things, you know, there's all sorts of things. But it was talking about the website, or the Wowhead article was about easily track your collector's bounty mounts with completionism.net. Um, so it was just saying, struggling to remember which mounts you still need to collect for Collector's Bounty, track your full progress from vanilla to Shadowlands with this completionism.net, the website. So it says it's a free website that helps with tracking progress. So, with simple collection import from Battle.net integration and streamlined UI, it's easy to track your progress. So, I don't know. It looked interesting. I don't know if anyone's tried it, but I just thought I'd mention it because I know there's a lot of us within the community that do enjoy, you know, tracking, going for these things on the spare time of when we're not playing challenges, or while we're playing our mains or whichever. So just in case, if you know, you might have missed some of the information on Wowhead. Zep says, I've not heard of it, but sounds and looks interesting for sure. I mean, I'm going to assume, considering if Wowhead is giving it a bit of a promote, that hopefully, you know, that it's doing what it says it's doing, and that you're not, you know, you're not signing up for giving access to anything that shouldn't be there. But again, I haven't had time to do that. I will look into it a bit later. But yeah, it was just something I wanted to mention because again, I know there's a lot of us that do enjoy mount hunting, as well as transmog and pet hunting and all of those kinds of things. So yeah. All right. Stated challenges. Let's have a look see. Let me go back to boom boom boom. All right. So, stated the challenges for this week. We had 10 irons. So at number 10 we had ha, Heimdall at level 30. Number 9 is Kiakaris at level 31. Number 8 is Canyu Iron at level 36. 7 is Connie Katz at level 37, RIP. Karis, is that right? Mrs. Rock Guru? I thought that was yours. Karis? I hope I've said that wrong. If I'm butchering it, I apologize. Pronunciation is not my strong point. I Nope, that's fine. Okay. So yeah, if it's not the right way, I do apologize. So number 6 was Iron Xavier at level 40 RIP. 5 is T C Seat Irony at level 47 RIP. Bit of a rough trot on those ones there. Number 4 is Serionorus at level 50. 3 is Keelan at 74. 2 was Sleek, who hit level 80, making them now 40th Ironman Challenge champion. And number 1 was Iron Honkst, level 80 but RIP. And like I said, the fact that it flagged as level 80, well, red flagged 80 plus the RIP, I'm wondering if they've dinged 80 and died. Because that's... I don't know. I'd have to ask Zaya, but he is away on having a little vacation at the moment himself. So I'll have to check with him when he's back, because for it to pick up that you've dinged 80, you've been red flagged due to the death, it must have happened at that point. So whoever's tune that is, if you're listening, let us know what happened. I'd be intrigued to know. But commiserations, that was a rough week for the Irons. For Bloods, we had four Bloods. We had Boromire at level 19. 3 we had Blood Agent at level 20. 2 we had Thirst at level 28 RIP. And number 1 was Silverhell at level 68. For our pacifists, we had 4 passies this week. Passy Beat at level 18. Number 3 is Harmless at 76. 2 was Asycow hitting level 80, making them our 12th pacifist champion. And number 1 was the tune I had mentioned, which was Sea Bear, who had hit level 80 but yellow flagged, and they had 1 kill and 1 killing blow due to the critter, which they completely were like devastated, but had when they reached out, they were like, but went, yep, going again. I was like, go, go, go. You got this. You got this. So, we can feel for someone who has done all that work and then right at the last minute, something happens. We've seen it time and time again. A lot of times we will often see it in a contest, won't we? Where you've got people pushing and pushing and pushing. And especially if they're racing one or other people, something happens. Like that fine line between everything's fine and oh shit, I've made a mistake, I'm now dead, or I'm now flagged. There is a fine line to it. It easily quite easily happens. So working men, we had four working men this week. So at number four, we had Red Walven at level 19. Number three, we had Workin at level 34. Two, we had Sea Bear at level 57. Oh, maybe they decided to go with a working man. Because that's the same spelling as the other one. Maybe they've decided to do a working man instead of the passy for the moment. Um, cool. Number one was Lurkst at level 59. We had two greens this week. The second one was Deeply at level 16 RIP. And number one was Greenlee Can at level 44. We had no tins and no teams at all this week. So again, it was a short week because Zaya had reset last weekend due to me having the show last weekend because we were sick the weekend before. So we've technically only had a week, but as I said to Zaya, no, we'll do State of the Challenges this week because I was trying to get back on track. So, but still, it's right across the board. It's a bit rough for sure. So, commiserations to everyone that we lost, and well done on to Sleek and to Asycow, um, on them becoming champion, um, challenge champions, which is fantastic. All right, chit chat. Now, I don't know if anyone's got any jokes. Put them in the chat if you do. But I found some gaming puns that I don't think I've come across these before. And these three, I feel like, yeah, they spoke to me on a level of, yep, that's exactly me. to, to a to a certain degree. I guess you can decide once I've said them. So the first one was a video game a day keeps reality away. True. Sometimes reality is such that you just want to lose yourself in the game for a while. Yes. Chris? Yes. That's what it was like when I read that. I went, yep. The other one, so the second one I had was I'm just trying to level up in life, which is fitting because again, it's only literally what a month away and it's my birthday, and like we always say, it's not a birthday, it's a level up day. And the third one was this one, which again spoke to me on a deep level. It was I'm not addicted to video games. I'm committed. And I think that a lot of us can say yes to that one. Again, I've been playing WoW for 20 years. It's the longest relationship that I've had other than with my family. Really, if we look at it in that context. So yeah. So I thought those three were very poi poi uh, anyway, they spoke to me, so maybe they might speak to you as well. But yes, I thought that was good. So if anyone's got anything, pop it in the chat for sure and let me know. Point, poignant, poignant. Yeah. Again, words are hard. What was I trying to say yesterday? I was trying to say a particular word yesterday, and do you think I could get my mouth to say it right? It just, yeah. I think sometimes my brain goes that fast that my mouth doesn't catch up to it. What was I trying to say? Show title. Yes. But it's definitely a thing. Sometimes, like, my brain's like perfectly executing everything that I have to say, but my mouth's like, bleh, 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 bleh. It's great when you do these things. You speak for doing the WoW challenges. That's one of those words I read all the time, but I definitely struggle if I have to try to say it out loud, lol. Zep, yes. There's definitely a lot of words like that. For sure, completely get it. And then I don't even fathom to any of our, chat or our challenge players that English may not be their first language. We know how, just think of there. Yeah, there's three there's. And they all have different spelling and all different meaning. Like, just, yeah. Again, learning English would be fairly complex. I've been learning German the past year. I'm not going to speak any because I really suck, but it takes a long time for something to stick into my brain. And I would have thought German was quite complex. It is. But again, probably comparing someone learning English possibly could say no, English is more complex. I don't know. English has been my first language, or Aussie, however you want to say it. But I speak Australian. I speak Australian like she be right, mate. Fair dinkum. Put another shrimp on the barbie. I mean, that's typical, stereotypical of Aussies. So yeah. But anyway, off on a tangent later, once again. But those are definitely things I guess we all have to some degree. You can tell me, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. Alright. Big thank you to all our Iron Elites. Chris resubscribed 82 months before the start of the show. Thank you, Chris. Heart you. Hang on, I haven't even done my little. Where's my little heart? Leeta, you're being so slack. Where is it? Here it is. Little heart for you all. And thank you. 82 months. I was saying to Chris, we've known each other for a very long time. Nothing wrong with that, I'm just saying. it's, it's been a while. So thank you very much for that. And again, thank you to everyone, all of our Iron Elites. I will say that everything that we get through Twitch, Patreon, uh, goes towards the website. Obviously, the and whatever isn't enough. I'm just trying to in a nice way say that when it doesn't cover, and don't, please, nobody, it's not to make anyone feel guilty, but I always cover any difference. and it is what it is. But we're not at the height of where we were a few years ago, and obviously, the game WoW is completely different. What the challenges is completely different to how we started off, and people come in and out of enjoying a particular niche. Is that probably the word I want to say? So the fact is that we have this bunch of amazing people that support us every month. Thank you. Awesome Trousers, Execute, Evie. Um, I always have our forever people. So Faire, who was always a absolute advocate for the challenges, and pacifists, and in particular working men as well. Chris, thank you. Myself, I also donate other than the other. Um, Mac, I'll have to check if Mac's still. I think they're still donating through Patreon. Thank you, Mac. Do you realize? But thank you. Always give a little kudos to Mr. Nisi. Because again, he's done our intro, which we love. Mrs. Rock Guru, thank you. You resubscribed last week, which was what, 69 months or something. Again, crazy. Um, Rod, Stir, Stone, Tiber, who will always be on the list with Faire as well. Um, Wanima, Zaya, and Zeb. So again, thank you guys very much, because life is hard at the moment with this, just the way the world is, and with the economics, and the fact that you will give a little bit to help keep our website going and all of that. I appreciate it. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, it is appreciated and noted in my brain to say, to make sure that you get the recognition and a thank you. I'm also hugely blessed to have a team around me that when I'm not available, which I should be available now, I'm not working. I don't have a job. I'm jobless. Hang on. I'm jobless. I was just trying to think. Am I sad? Am I happy? I don't know. But yeah, these amazing people that help out. So thank you to our wonderful team of the mods, our code wardens, and also for everyone just hanging out. Thank you. Again, I appreciate so much. So thank you very much. I'm jobless. Thanks. Um, yeah, maybe that might be a good way for subscribers. Maybe I need to lean into that, Chris. Is that what we're supposed to be doing? I don't know. Anyway, next show will be in 2 weeks, so we'll go July 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern. I think I'll just maintain the 2 weeks at the moment, even though I'm not working. Like I said, I'm trying to work out. I'd like to go away. I'm hoping I might be able to go up the coast, maybe look at the beach, look at the water, walk on the beach. I don't know. As I said, I've got a few things to work out at the moment. But if I figure a 2 week I can manage. If we're back in 2 weeks, we'll at the moment keep that. So yeah. Other than that, the usual, you can find all the details for the socials and the information on the website, wellchallenges.com. If you need to contact me, you can send an email to podcast@wowchallenges.com or send it to my personal, which is leetawow, so LEETAWOW @gmail.com. Pretty muchly the podcast one comes through to my Gmail anyway. But if you need to direct message me, get me on Discord, on the socials, reach out if you need to. Um, yeah, just, reach out if you've got a question, if you've got some jokes, all of that kind of thing. All right. Well, have I covered everything I think I need to? Yes, Leeta. Yes, you probably did, because you prattled on, and it's like nearly now an hour that you've been prattling on. Short show, Leeta. Question mark, question mark. Short show. I really, I had all intentions, and then I went down different tangents. Anyway, it is what it is. All right. Short show. It's never a short show, is it? Oh, no, I have done a couple. I have. Not many. Every time I say it's a short show, it's never a short show. I really, yeah. Alright. You need to find me every time I say it's a short show, and we go to normal length. I don't know what you find me with, but I should be. There needs to be a penalty. You say, damn it, leader. Uh, anyway. Alright, again, thank you for hanging out. Let me do the outro, and Chris needs to get to bed and rest. Uh, Mrs. Ruguru probably needs to go to bed as well. Zep, you're probably up gaming, so you can keep gaming. Chris, say hi to D for me. Okay. Please stay safe, both in and out of game, and I will catch you back here in 2 weeks' time on, when did I say? The 19th. 19th of July at 7 p.m. Eastern. Alright, guys, take it easy. Have a great couple weeks. Bye! The WoW Challenges podcast is a World of Warcraft gaming podcast produced by Leeta, copyright 2025. Portions of this podcast belong entirely to Blizzard Entertainment. Music used for the show belongs to Kevin MacLeod at incomnitech.com as well as from bensound.com. No copyright infringement is intended. Alrighty. Okay, so show titles. What did we have? We had short show. I'm pretty sure we've had a short show. Pretty sure I've done a short show one. I'm jobless. Oh, what was I trying to say? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel bad putting I'm jobless. So, what was I trying to say? Let's go with that one. To say that I feel like is probably my whole podcasting, live streaming, online. When did I start behind the avatar? 15, 10, 15. So it's probably been the greater part of the whole time that I've done any podcasting, online, live streaming. Is, words, pronunciation, Oh, I got that one right. I didn't butcher that one. So yeah, what was I trying to say? That sounds about typical for me. All right. Again, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate it. Please go and have a wonderful rest of your day if that's what you're doing. Take care. All of that. And yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again. All right. Appreciate you all. Stay safe. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye. Bye.